There's a video that's doing the rounds on social media, and it's basically a woman showing her thumb after having voted in yesterday's election. So it's titled "To All the Xenophobic Haters Who Don't Want Us to Vote," and then she shows her thumb, showing obviously that she was able to vote and participate in yesterday's election. So we're not entirely too sure at this point if this woman is, South African, meaning born and bred in South Africa and has a long ancestry in South Africa, or if she was granted citizenship after meeting certain conditions and criteria in South Africa. And a lot of people are just, severely upset at this video because it seems as if this person is intentionally provoking South Africans, right? So we all know that there's sort of this tension that's going around or doing the rounds all over social media, just in South Africa, in the atmosphere in South Africa in general. And obviously that tension is stemming from immigrants, whether illegal or not, foreigners, etc., and their contribution to the demise of South Africa, right? We're having so many immigration issues right now. And for me personally, I don't think it is wise for a person to sort of create a video, post a video, and try to bait a reaction out of South Africans, because that could actually turn really, really bad, all right? So we all know, obviously, that majority of the foreigners, and I say this in air quotes because, if they carry South African citizenship, then they are classified as South African and are therefore allowed to vote in the elections. But majority of the people who descend or come from different parts of Africa who have gained South African citizenship are going to be voting for the Red Party. And the reason why they're going to be voting for the Red Party is because the Red Party is actively advocating for a borderless Africa, okay? I don't really want to get too much into that, but what I wanted to highlight was the fact that it is sort of ignorant to make a video like this. It could spark outrage in South Africans just in general, because as I've said, we are dealing with so many immigration issues, and a lot of South Africans are not happy with the whole immigration policy and the influx of foreigners in South Africa, which is why the EFF, in my personal opinion, had such a great future ahead of them until they started advocating and, purposefully, advocating basically for borderless Africa, because obviously majority of South Africans, we're just not going to let that fly. But to this lady, I just want to say that she needs to be careful, because this is honestly such a sensitive time in South Africa. This vote has been so important and has been literally a turning point for majority of South Africans, which is why we came out in numbers yesterday, stood in lines for 4, 5, some people 6 hours in order to cast a vote. And this right here shows the reason why majority of South Africans are not trying to have foreigners in the country. It's super disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful. Instead of trying to vote in South Africa, go back to your country and vote for a better country, vote for a better government inside your country, so you won't have to flee to South Africa in numbers and vote in South Africa in the first place. A lot of foreigners have so much to say about what happens in South Africa, about the politics in South Africa. They burn down South African police cars. They insult our president, all of these things which they're not able to do in their own countries. They have so much to say. Imagine being proud of coming from another country and voting and participating in the elections of a different country. Like, I seriously think that we need to have shame as a collective. We need to have inhloni as a collective. If you are allowed to vote in South Africa, if you have voted in South Africa, that's good for you, all good and well, but do not try to provoke South Africans or bait a reaction out of South Africans, because I can guarantee you we will give you that reaction. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about this in the comment section, and I will see you in my next upload.